Alright, so Salt Point is a town with a short history and a heavily imbalanced economy. For the longest time, we've relied on mostly outside suppliers to feed the town and bring in precious flax to keep us warm. It's not too surprising, with how cold and long winters are, that little people take up the means to grow these things locally. So one of my biggest focuses and commitments will be to supply the town with space for greenhouses, which can be used by pretty much anyone as needed. My next point would be to prevent power from falling into just one set of hands. I think the worst fate this town can get is to have a heavily centralized system of power. Bankers and sheriffs naturally already hold power, and for them to also carry a mayoral title would probably give them too much authority, which could hamper the efforts and needs of the common folk. In addition to this, Salt Point as a region is ill-defined. Doing so would allow us to keep outside influences outside of the elections, as well as define realistically enforceable local laws rather than going just by rough conduct. I've also noticed that some buildings have been empty for a long time, and it's a shame to have them standing around used for nothing. No one appears to have any interest in buying them either. I think it's best to potentially turn them into public spaces or stores or something. This also leads into my next point, that people might be interested in buying or renting them, don't have the cash to do so. Newcomers in Salt Point in need of a home don't bring much cash with them. To charge them rent for shelter, especially during the cold winter months, would simply be inhumane. One cannot force a choice between struggling for rent and freezing on the streets. So, when I get in power, I will simply be banning the practice of renting out housing. That is all. Thank you for your time.